Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at noon starts now.
You are starting your Thursday with a lot of rain, and the wind is about to kick in for the afternoon. And right now we are monitoring the possibility of power outages depending on how strong those wind gusts are. Forewarned meteorologist Ashley Versey is standing by, looking at the radar and talking us through this wind advisory. How gusty is it going to get this afternoon?
Well, we could see gusts exceeding 40, if not even 50 miles per hour. We're trading the rain for the wind. What we are following, two different fronts. So we have a warm front just to our south. Ahead of that, the rain showers. Behind that will be the warmer temperatures, and then we get a cold front that quickly sweeps in behind it, and that will tumble the temperatures. And with this frontal passage, we'll call it the gusty wind. So exact track 40 radar showing progression from the widespread showers we had earlier this morning, drying out by Waterford throughout Warren, Detroit, down into Grosse Ile and closer to Monroe, with a few remnant showers off into Washtenaw County. But visibility has been reduced in spots with the rain, down to about a third of a mile at Metro Airport, a half of a mile in Ann Arbor. As we look out with our Detroit camera, though, still very hard to see given that we've had the rain accumulate on that camera lens. We're warming up slightly, but it's going to be a really quick warm up once that front passes. So 43 in Detroit, 41 in Howell, 37 in Pontiac, 44 in Adrian. Winds are on the calmer side, but you can see they're starting to shift from the east to the south. And here's a good illustration of what's knocking literally at our doorstep. Toledo, 59 degrees, and we're at 43. So you can see that warmer air mass that's going to be pushing north over the next couple hours. With that, the winds are going to pick up out of the south, and they'll be gusting upward of 40 to 50 miles per hour. And that's why there is a wind advisory for all the counties south of I-69 until 10 o'clock this evening. We're going to have more on that in just a second, but you can take the weather with you all the time with our Forewarned Weather app if you haven't done so already. Download it in your app store. It's free. It's accurate. Take it on the go.
All right, Ashley, thank you. All I can think about is if all this moisture was snow, how bad it would be today. Our other top story that we are following this noon is a man about to be the victim of a carjacking. He fights back. This is a scene that ended with a shooting and stabbing outside of a gas station right at 7 Mile and Grand River. Let's get to Megan Wood. She joins us now there. And Megan, what are you learning about what all happened here and how the victims are doing?
Well, Rhonda, 3 people are in the hospital right now, including that alleged carjacking victim. It happened right here at this gas station, like you mentioned, on Grand River and 7 Mile area. And now those 3 people in the hospital include a man in his 60s who's the victim in all of this. He's in critical condition. And then the 2 men who allegedly tried to get his car, they're also in the hospital. So Detroit police are investigating, but say around 12:30 this morning, the victim was leaving the gas station in a 2015 Honda Accord when 2 men in their 30s approached him. One of them was armed with a pistol. When the 2 men tried to carjack the car owner, he was able to stab both men. One of the carjackers shot at the car owner. Now that car owner is in critical condition. One of the alleged carjackers are also in critical condition, and another is in serious condition. So again, 3 people in the hospital. This all happens after this car owner fights back, stabs both of the people who are trying to take his car, and they shoot him. We're working to get more information, and we'll get you updates later on tonight, as well as on clickondetroit.com. Live in Detroit, I'm Megan Woods, Local 4.
Quite a terrifying scene there, Megan. Thank you. New this noon, Detroit Mayor Mike Duggan is outlining how he wants to spend a budget surplus. The city has an extra $156 million in its budget, and Mayor Duggan wants to spend $86 million of it to replace broken neighborhood sidewalks, remove dangerous buildings, and improve parks. He wants to spend the other $70 million to shore up the city's retiree plan and risk management fund. Mayor Duggan has submitted this proposal to Detroit's City Council for their approval. A news center in the news center. It's a news center that is opening on Detroit's east side with the goal of ending chronic homelessness. It's called the Detroit Healthy Housing Center, and it is located on Mack near Mount Elliott. It will offer a healthcare clinic, dental services, a pharmacy, along with housing. The neighborhood service organization says that this will ease the strain on hospitals and emergency rooms. And our Rod Maloney is there for the ribbon cutting, and we'll have a full report on the services that are being offered to this vulnerable population coming up on Local 4 News at 5. The State House is voting on a plan to spend $180 million, $180, I should say, in inflation relief checks to all Michigan taxpayers. It also changes how retirees are taxed and boosts the earned income tax credit. Republicans say that it will kill an automatic income tax reduction from 4.25% to 4.025%. We'll keep an eye on today's vote in Lansing, and we'll let you know what happens. A Senate committee is questioning Southwest executives today over that Christmas airline fiasco. A short time ago, Southwest COO Andrew Watterson apologized for the meltdown, saying that it was a result of several factors. More than 16,000 flights were canceled.
So why did this happen? Let me be clear. We messed up. We are intensely focused on reducing the risk of repeating the operational disruption we had in December and repairing the trust of our companies had and earned over a 52-year history.
Next week, the acting chief of the FAA will testify. Senators want to address the computer outage that impacted flights nationwide next month, plus the 2 near collisions on planes on runways. New information this afternoon on that spy balloon that was shot down over the Atlantic on Sunday. The U.S. says that China's military is likely behind it. A senior State Department official says that China's military may have developed an aerial spy program that has targeted more than 40 countries on 5 continents with similar balloons. China has repeatedly denied the balloon was used for spying, but the U.S. says the balloon debris is inconsistent with China's claim that it was a weather balloon. The U.S. is reaching out to other countries who have been targeted as well. And fresh off of his State of the Union speech, President Biden is taking his message to the state of Florida today. But as he spreads his message of economic improvement and unity, House Republicans are flexing their muscle with hearings on his policies. Let's get to Drew Petremol with more from Washington.
Leading up to the State of the Union, aides said President Biden wanted to wait until after the speech before announcing his intentions for 2024. With the speech behind him, the president is now heading to battleground states.
Well, hello, Madison, hello, laborers, and a hello.
2 days, 2 key states. Wednesday, President Biden in battleground Wisconsin.
We've created 12 million new jobs, 500,000 jobs just last month. We've created more jobs in 2 years, than any president's created in a single 4-year term.
The president expanding on the economic and unity message he delivered in his State of the Union.
Democrats and Republicans, we can actually work together.
While the president talks about working with Republicans on the road,
without objection, so ordered.
Back in Washington, the GOP-controlled House using its new majority to tackle issues the party says Democrats ignore.
You understand how hypocritical this is, right?
On Wednesday, Republicans sparred with Twitter executives, accusing them of suppressing conservative content.
I think your bias has had consequences.
I believe that what's happening here is my Republican colleagues know that the premise of this whole hearing is misleading.
The hearings sure to provide fodder for Republican attacks against President Biden if he seeks re-election.
I've made that decision. That's my intention, I think, but I've made that decision firmly ahead.
Today, the president heads to Florida, home to 2 potential rivals, former President Donald Trump and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, setting up what could be a preview of the 2024 presidential election. Drew Petremol, NBC News, Washington.
We have some sad news this noon in the music world today. Acclaimed composer and songwriter Bert Bacharach has died. Bacharach was the man behind so many top 10 hits, top hits like from the 50s through the 80s, including Raindrops Keep Falling on My Head and Say a Little Prayer, and so many more. Over his long career, Bacharach earned almost every major music award, including 6 Grammys and 3 Oscars. He was 94 years old. Lived a long life with great accomplishments and music that we will always remember. Still ahead, a popular cleaner is being recalled. What it contains that should be nowhere near people with weakened immune systems. Also ahead, the death toll is growing in Turkey because of that massive earthquake as rescue crews fear time is running out to find more survivors.